Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 2009-10 hockey season playoffs on the channel. We are at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey for this very important Game 3 between the Atlanta Thrashers and the New Jersey Devils. We are, of course, tied in this series at a game apiece. The Thrashers took Game 1 by a final score, I'm looking for the score sheet here, of 2-0. And then the Devils almost gave away Game 2, but they won that one 5-4 to tie the series at a game apiece. So we've got a very important Game 3 in front of us here tonight. We've got a sellout here at the Prudential Center as the Devils faithful are looking to see New Jersey take control of this series 2-1. As for our other series in the Western Conference, the San Jose Sharks lead the Chicago Blackhawks 2-0 in that series. They've won both games 1 and 2 by identical 2-0 scores. Sorry about that. Knocked the cable out. Knocked the power out trying to straighten the cable out. As I was saying, in the West, the San Jose Sharks lead the Chicago Blackhawks by a series score of 2-0. They've taken both games 1 and 2 by identical 2-1 scores. So their Game 3 is on Friday night. The Sharks will have a chance to clinch that series and clinch their trip to the Stanley Cup Final. Also, to the demo game the next time hockey's on the channel. But I'm getting more than a little ahead of myself on that one. Anyway, fans are in here at the Prudential Center. We've got a sellout here. It is a sea of red and white here. So let's jump right into the action. Faceoffs are +1 to New Jersey. That is a 12. That'll go to superior any player. They'll give that to Salvador. And we are off and running in Game 3. Let's get it started. Opponent defense 5. Kubina. That'll be an outside shot for Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner will try to penetrate against Enstrom. 1-12, he will get in. That's a 13, just barely no. He almost gets through, but Enstrom gets a stick on it at the last second. He will have that for the Thrashers. Lose the puck, outside shot only for Zajac. Zajac holding it at the point. That's a 10. Save made over to Kubina. Kubina will actually opponent defense 4. Salvador will take the puck away for an outside shot. Kubina will try to make a pass. That'll be an inside shot for Zajac. Zajac in the slot with it. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offense, any player with an offense rating 4. Parise is a 4. That's a 7. That's a goalie rating on Hedberg. 3, 7, and 9 are bad numbers. That's a 10. Save made by Hedberg. He will hold on. We'll get a face-off to the left of Hedberg. Arena groans. Ugh. Face-offs, +1 to New Jersey. That is an 11. Superior any player. They will give that to Langenbrunner, and we're off on an offensive zone win for New Jersey. Passing D. That'll be an inside shot for Parise. Afinogenov will try to intimidate. Afinogenov will intimidate, take the puck away, but a possible penalty on Afinogenov. 1-12, no penalty. That's an 18. We will have a penalty on Afinogenov. Bad news for the Devils. Power play 16 requires all 4 rated defensive players, which we do not have, so that'll still be no shots on the power play. We'll take that face-off just out of the Thrashers zone. Arena groans. Ugh. Thrashers get a huge penalty kill and a face-off win there. That'll go to Bergvers, and we're off once again. Inside shot for anybody. Opponent can try to intimidate. They will give that to Afinogenov. Parise will try to intimidate. Parise will take the puck away. Parise for New Jersey. We'll lose it right back to Afinogenov. Afinogenov. Opponent defense 1. Parise will take the puck away for an inside shot. Afinogenov will try to intimidate. Afinogenov will take it away, and we'll have a forwards line change. Little with it for the Thrashers. Passing E. That'll be an outside shot for Peverly. Peverly will try to make a pass. Inside shot for anybody. They will give that to Kubina. Kubina in the slot. That's an 11. Save made over to Zubris. Zubris for New Jersey. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Kubina. Kubina will step in at the point, hold it in. 7 is a save made over to Kovalchuk. Kovalchuk passing F. That'll be an outside shot for Zubris. Zubris will try to make a pass. He'll lose the puck. Little will get a stick on it. Little for the Thrashers. Lose the puck. Possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Center of the breakaway penetration rating, 2 or more. Zubris is a 3. He's in alone on Hedberg. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Defensive lefty, if defense rating 3 or more. Enstrom's a 4. He'll have that for the Thrashers. Opponent defense 7. Green will take the puck away. Outside shot only. Green stepping in to hold that in at the point. 7. He will lose that over to Enstrom, and we'll have a defenseman line change. Hainsey with it now for the Thrashers. Lose the puck, inside shot for anybody. They will give that to Kovalchuk. Little will try to intimidate. Little will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. Little for the Thrashers. Passing D. He'll lose the puck, outside shot for Zubris. Zubris will try to make a pass. He'll lose that over to Peverly. Peverly for the Thrashers. Passing E. That'll be an outside shot for MacArthur. MacArthur will try to penetrate. 1 to 12, he'll penetrate. That's a 15. Mateau will have that for New Jersey. Passing E. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot for Peverly. Peverly will try to make a pass. Passing J. That'll be an inside shot for Little. Little in the slot with it. That's a 7. That's a goalie rating on Brodeur. 7 and 8 are bad numbers. That's a 12. Save made by Brodeur. He will hold on. We'll get a face-off, but we have to check for a penalty on Brodeur. 1 to 9, we have a penalty. That's a 13. No penalty. That'll come to the right of Brodeur. Face-offs are +2 to the Thrashers. An 11 is going to Superior any player. They'll give that to MacArthur, and we're off and running. Possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Right D if the breakaway penetration rating 2 or more. Bogosian is a 3. Bogosian alone on Brodeur. That's a 9. That's a goalie rating on Brodeur. That's a 9. Save made by Brodeur. He'll hold on. We'll get a face-off to the left of Brodeur with a forwards line change. Arena cheers. Yay! Winner has a chance to win the Prince of Wales trophy as Uncle Dave Gardner is first to join us here at the Prudential Center. Face-offs right now are even. That is a 7. That'll go over to Rolston for New Jersey, and a big defensive zone win for the Devils. Here we go. Opponent defense 9. Armstrong stepping in at the point to hold it in. He will throw that at the net. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Defensive left defenseman, a defense rating 2 or more. White is a 4. He's got that for New Jersey. White trying to turn up ice with it. Stepping in to hold it in now is Kane. He'll throw that at the net from the point. That's a 6. Save made over to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer. Uh-oh. 11 is a penalty on Reasoner. He's going off for tripping. 2, 3. 17 if 1 or more 4-rated defensive players, which we do not have. That'll start out being an outside shot for White. White at the point. That's a 9. He will lose that over to Bogosian. It'll get worked back to the point for our next outside shot. This one for Clarkson. He's at the face-off circle. That's a 7. So another save made. This one will get worked to the other side of the face-off circle, and we'll have that be an outside shot for Rolston. Rolston, very much at the perimeter. 11 is another save. Then we'll have an inside shot for White. He's going to get down low in the slot. That's a 6. That's another save. And finally, that'll be an inside shot for Mateau. Mateau, looking at it here. That's a 5. Save made. Hedberg will hold on as the penalty expires. Arena groans. Ugh. Even face-offs right now. We've got a big offensive zone draw for the Devils. That is a 15. That will go over to Kane for the Thrashers, and we're off. Opponent defense 9. Clarkson. Thrashers' turn to go on the power play. This will end the first period. A 16. Checking for all 4-rated defensive players, which we do not have. That'll be a no-shots power play. there's the horn to end the first period of this game. We are scoreless here at the Prudential Center after 20 minutes. As a critical Game 3 is playing out here before us. Neither team wants to make the first mistake in this one. I don't know if you necessarily have a rooting interest in this series, Dave, but your Bruins didn't do very well in this replay. In fact, they were kind of forgotten about fairly early in this one. We'll just let the Zamboni get everything ready for the second period of this game. Once again, Game 4 of this series is actually going to be Saturday morning because I will be doing Saturday afternoon Mystical Munchies this week with the entree coming up. But I'll talk more about that at the end of this video. Figures. Yeah, if you give me a minute, I can tell you. I'll tell you exactly how the Bruins did in this replay. It wasn't pretty for if you're a Bruins fan, though, and I know you are. Let's see. The Bruins actually were second to last in the Northeast Division. 31 wins, 42 losses, 9 overtime losses. Good for 71 points. They were 24 points behind the Northeast Division winning Sabres. And of course the Sabres went one and done in the playoffs as well. We're just letting the Zamboni get the ice cleaned up for the second period of this game. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Defensemen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Quick hydrate break. And we are all set to start the second period of this game. Face-offs, let's bring the play chart back over. Our +1 to New Jersey to start the second. That is an 11. That will go to Superior Any Player. They'll give that to Green. And we're off to start the second period of this game. He will lose that over to Enstrom. Enstrom with it for the Thrashers. Opponent defense 5. Green will take the puck away for an outside shot. Green will try to make a pass. Passing L. That'll be an inside shot for Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner gets into the slot with it. That's a 6. Save made by Hedberg over to Bergfors. Bergfors passing E. That'll be an outside shot for Afinogenov. Afinogenov will try to make a actually, Afinogenov is going to try to penetrate. 1, 2, 15. He will get an inside shot. That is a 5. He'll easily get past Salvador. Afinogenov in the slot with it. That's a 12. That is a goal on a 1-2-16. And no! Brodeur making a great save. He will hold on. We'll have that face-off to the right of New Jersey. Afinogenov shaking his head. Arena cheers. Yay! Let's not forget that this is some bum named Marty across the ice from the Thrashers. Face-offs are +1 to New Jersey. That is a 9. That'll be superior left wing. That'll be Paris on a big defensive zone win for the Devils, and we're off. Lose the puck, outside shot only for Bergfors. Paris tries to turn it up. Bergfors steps into the point and holds it in. Bergfors with a 6. Save made over to Zajac. Zajac trying to turn up ice with it. Opponent defense 2. Antropov will take the puck away for an inside shot. Paris will try to intimidate. Paris will take the puck away. Paris with it for New Jersey, trying to get out of the zone with it. Outside shot for Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner will try to penetrate. That's a 15. He won't get past Enstrom. Enstrom will take the puck away. Enstrom for the Thrashers. Opponent defense 10. Green taking the puck away. He'll zip down, gain the zone, throw it at the net from the point. That's an 11. That would be a goal check if the Devils were on the power play, but Hedberg will hold on, see a bouncing puck, not take any chances, and will take that face-off to the right of Hedberg. Arena groans. Ugh. Face-offs, +1 to New Jersey. That is an 8, superior right wing. That'll be Langenbrunner with it for New Jersey on an offensive zone win, and here we go. Passing D. That'll be an inside shot for Paris. Opponent will try to intimidate. That is a Afinogenov. Afinogenov will take the puck away. Afinogenov with it for the Thrashers. Opponent defense 2. Paris will take the puck away. Inside shot. Antropov will try to intimidate. Antropov will intimidate, take the puck away, but a possible penalty on Antropov. 1 to 12, no penalty. That's a 3. Antropov's got it. We'll play on. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Green. Green stepping in at the point to hold it in. That's a 4. Save made over to Antropov, and we've got a forwards line change. Peverley with it now for the Thrashers. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Elias. Elias steps in to hold it in at the point. That's a 6. Save made down to Little. Little, possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Right D, if the breakaway penetration rating is 4. Kubin is a 3. Salvador will have that. Salvador for New Jersey. Opponent defense 8. Kubina will take the puck away at the point. Outside shot only. Kubina at the point. Throwing that at the net. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offensive right D, if offense rating 3 or more. Kubina will follow his own rebound to the net. That's a 5. Save made by Brodeur over to Green. Green for New Jersey. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Little. Little at the point. That's an 8. That's another rebound chance. Brodeur leaving a few out there. Any player with a defense rating 4, Green will have that for New Jersey. Green for the Devils. Opponent defense 7. Enstrom steps in, holds that in at the point for an outside shot. That's a 5. That would be a goal check if the Thrashers were on the power play, but Brodeur will hold on to that one, get a face-off, and we'll get a defenseman line change here. All right, that face-off coming to the right of Brodeur, and we're +2 to the Thrashers. That is a 6 superior right defenseman. That'll be Bogosian for the Thrashers, and here we go. Inside shot for anybody. They will give that to Little. Kovalchuk will try to intimidate. Kovalchuk will take the puck away. Kovalchuk with it for New Jersey. Passing F. That'll be an outside shot for Zubris. Zubris will try to make a pass. Passing K. That'll be an inside shot. Uh-oh, for Kovalchuk. That's a 3. That's a goalie rating on Hedberg. That's a 10. Save made by Hedberg. He will hold on. Face off to the left of Hedberg. Arena groans. Ugh. +2 to the Thrashers on face-offs once again. That is a 13. Superior anybody. Will give that to Bogosian, and the Thrashers have a defensive zone win. Let's see if they can get up ice with it. Passing D. That'll be an outside shot for Peverley. Peverley will try to make a pass. That'll be an inside shot for Little. Little in the slot with it. That's a 6. He will lose that over to White. White with a big block. White for New Jersey. Opponent defense 9. Bogosian. Stepping in to hold that in at the point. Outside shot for Bogosian. 3. Save made over to Kovalchuk. Kovalchuk. Inside shot for anybody. He will give that to Elias. MacArthur will try to intimidate. MacArthur will intimidate, take the puck away, but a possible penalty on MacArthur. 7 is no penalty. We will have a forwards line change. Both teams playing very cautiously here. Nobody wants to make the mistake that shifts this series. Kane with it now for the Thrashers. Opponent defense 1. Clarkson will take the puck away for an outside shot. Clarkson will try to penetrate. Clarkson will penetrate. He's got an inside shot. That's a 9. Save made by Hedberg over to Riesener. Riesener for the Thrashers. We'll lose that over to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer, outside shot only for anybody. He will give that to Rolston. Rolston at the point. That's a 6. Save made over to Kane. Kane for the Thrashers. Outside shot only for anybody. He will give that to Bogosian. Bogosian at the point. That's a 6. Save made over to White. White for the Devils. Inside shot for anybody. He will give that to Clarkson. Kane will try to intimidate. Kane will not intimidate. Clarkson with an inside shot. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Defensive lefty, if defense rating 2 or more, Hainsey is a 2. He will have that for the Thrashers. Hainsey trying to get out of the zone with it. Holding it in is Niedermeyer. He'll throw out of the net from the point. 7. Save made over to Bogosian. Bogosian trying to get out of the zone. Passing F. He will lose the puck. Outside shot for Clarkson. Clarkson will try to penetrate. Clarkson will penetrate. He'll have an inside shot. That's a 3. That's a goalie rating on Hedberg. That's a 12. Save made by Hedberg. And that'll be a face-off. 1-13 will have a penalty, though. That's a 17. No penalty. Face-off will come to the left of Hedberg near the end of the second period. Big offensive zone draw for New Jersey here at the end of the second. Face-offs are even. That is a 1. That'll go over to White, and White's got it for New Jersey. He will lose the puck. Outside shot only for Kane. Kane zipping down the ice. That's a 7. Save made over to Rolston. Rolston with it for New Jersey. Passing E. He will lose the puck. Outside shot for Kane. Kane will throw that at the net. The Thrashers are not going to be picky here. 3. Save made over to White. White will lose that back over to Bogosian. There's the horn to end the second period of this game. After 2, we remain scoreless here at the Prudential Center as we get set for the third period of this game. Game 4 of this series will be right back here at the Prudential Center on Saturday morning, because we will be doing Saturday afternoon Mystical Munchies this week. The Prince of Wales Trophy for the Eastern Conference will be in the building to be won by the winner of this series. The Clarence S. Campbell Bowl will be at the United Center, where we will be for Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals between the San Jose Sharks and the Chicago Blackhawks. The Sharks lead that series 2-0. The Sharks are trying to land the death blow on the Blackhawks. Chicago will need to run the table at this point to get this series back to San Jose, where they will have to win the Campbell Bowl on the road. Remember, in my replays, the playoff series structure is a little bit different. The conference final round is best of 5. So keep that in mind before you throw in the comments. 2-1 is not the end of the series. In this replay, 2-1 is one of the teams on the brink. Both teams are very much holding strong here in the third period of this game. Hopefully you guys are enjoying a little Thursday night hockey here on the channel. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Quick drink. Quick check of my phone. Okay. Things are all quiet there. So, let's start the third period of this game. Face-offs are +1 to New Jersey. That is a 20. That'll be an inferior right wing win. A Finneganov will have that for the Thrashers. And here we go to start the third period. Lose the puck, outside shot only for Parise. Parise zips down the ice. 7 is a goalie rating on Hedberg. That's a 3. Save made by Hedberg over to Kubina. Kubina for the Thrashers. Passing D. That'll be an inside shot for Antropov. Zajac will try to intimidate. Zajac will take the puck away. Zajac for New Jersey. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Enstrom. Enstrom holding that in at the point. That's a 4. He will lose that over to Salvador. Salvador for New Jersey. Opponent defense 2. Kubina will take the puck away. Inside shot. Zajac will try to intimidate. Zajac will take the puck away. Zajac for New Jersey. We'll lose that right over to Antropov. Antropov with it for the Thrashers. Holding that in is Salvador. Salvador at the point. That's a 5. He will lose that right back to Antropov. Antropov. Passing F. That'll be an outside shot for Afinogenov. Afinogenov will try to penetrate. 1 to 15. Actually, I believe it's a 1 to 15. Yep. That's a 10. Afinogenov will get in for an inside shot. 10 is a goalie rating on Brodeur. That's an 11. Save made by Brodeur over to Salvador. Arena cheers. Yay! Holding that in at the point is Bergfors for an outside shot. He will throw that at the net. 5. Save made. They'll give that to Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner. Lose the puck. Possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Right wing. That is Afinogenov. He's in alone on Brodeur. That's a 2. Save made by Brodeur over to Parise. Arena cheers. Yay! Stepping in to hold that in is Afinogenov as Parise tries to turn up ice with it. Afinogenov from the point. 6. He will lose that over to Langenbrunner, and we'll have a forwards line change. Elias with it now for New Jersey. We'll lose that over to MacArthur. MacArthur passing F. That'll be an outside shot for Peverly. Peverly will try to make a pass. Passing K. That'll be an inside shot right back to MacArthur. MacArthur in the slot with it. That's a 4. Save made by Brodeur over to Salvador. Salvador for New Jersey. Opponent defense 6. That'll be an outside shot for Zubris. Zubris will try to make a pass. He will lose the puck over to Peverly. Peverly with it for the Thrashers. Opponent defense 5. That'll be an outside shot for MacArthur. MacArthur will try to make a pass. That'll be an inside shot for Little. Little gets into the slot with it. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offensive right D if offense rating 2 or more. Kubina's a 4. He'll follow Little's rebound to the net. That's a 9. That's a goalie rating on Brodeur. 6. Save made by Brodeur over to Green. Arena cheers. Yay! Passing E. That'll be an outside shot for Elias. Elias will try to penetrate. Elias will penetrate. He's in the slot. He's got an inside shot. 5. Save made over to MacArthur. And we'll have a defenseman line change. MacArthur with it for the Thrashers. We'll lose that over to Elias. Elias. Opponent defense 7. MacArthur will take that away. He'll hold that in at the point. Outside shot only. That's a 4. That's a goalie rating on Brodeur. That's a 10. Save made by Brodeur. He'll hold on. We'll get a face-off. We'll take that one to the right of Brodeur. Face-offs, +2 to the Thrashers. That is a 1. That'll be a superior win all day long. That'll go to Hainsey, and the Thrashers have it in the offensive zone. Passing E. That'll be an outside shot for Little. Little will try to penetrate. Little will get an inside shot. That's a 10. Save made over to Zubris. Zubris with it for the Devils. Opponent defense 9, Peverly, holding that end of the point for an outside shot only. Peverly with an 8, that's a rebound chance. Defensive right defenseman Mateau will shut that down for New Jersey. Passing D, that'll be an outside shot for Zubris. Zubris will try to make a pass. He will lose the puck over to Bogosian. We'll have a forwards line change. Both teams playing this one tight. Bogosian with it now for the Thrashers. Opponent defense 2. White will take the puck away for an inside shot. Hainsey will try to intimidate. Hainsey will take the puck away. Hainsey for the Thrashers. Opponent defense 9. Mateau holding that end at the point. He will throw that at the net. That's a 9. He will lose that right back to Hainsey. Hainsey for the Thrashers. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer at the point. That's a 12. Save made up to Kane. Kane for the Thrashers. Opponent defense 6. That'll be an outside shot for Riesener. Riesener will try to make a pass. He will lose the puck over to White. White for the Devils. Opponent defense 4. Bogosian will take the puck away. Outside shot. Bogosian will try to make a pass. That'll be an inside shot for Kane. Kane in the slot with it. That's a 9. That's a goalie rating on Brodeur. That's a 6. Save made by Brodeur over to Mateau. Mateau for New Jersey. Passing F. He will lose the puck. Outside shot for Armstrong. Armstrong will try to penetrate. Armstrong will not get by White. White will have that for New Jersey. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Bogosian. Bogosian holding that end to the point. 7. Save made up to Clarkson. Clarkson. Lose the puck. Outside shot for anybody. They will give that to Kane. Clarkson. Ooh. Clarkson's going to risk and intimidate. He will take the puck away. Clarkson for New Jersey. Possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Center if the breakaway penetration rating 3 or more. Niedermeyer's a 2. Riesener will have that. Possible breakaway for the Thrashers now. Center left wing if the breakaway penetration rating is 4. It is not. There's the horn, and we need bonus hockey to decide this one tonight. After regulation, we are scoreless. Somebody's going to win this one by a final score of 1-0. The only question is, which team is going to get it done by that 1-0 score? Seems fitting that when we've got a high-stakes Game 3, it's going to go to overtime. Hopefully, well, we'll see if this is a foreshadowing of what's to come tomorrow night. Because that's an even more high-stakes Game 3, at least if you're a Blackhawks fan tomorrow night. Because San Jose can win the West tomorrow night. Somebody's going to win this Game 3 by a final score of 1-0. And whoever wins it is, by God, going to earn it. Zamboni once again getting us ready for our first overtime period. We've had some long overtime games in these playoffs. I forget how many overtimes. I think we needed 2 overtimes to finish to play out the Senators and the Penguins, and then 3 for the Devils to win and get here. Now I'm curious. Yeah, Ottawa needed 2 to eliminate Pittsburgh. And the Devils needed 3 to eliminate the Islanders. So definitely in these playoffs, we've got history with long overtime games. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Quick hydrate break. Tracking down my copy of the brackets, which I think are in here, so I can update them with the series score after this game is finally over. But let's jump into the action as everybody's ready for our first overtime period. Face-offs are +1 to New Jersey. That is a 2. That'll be over to green for the Devils, and we are off to start this overtime. Lose the puck, outside channeling for Afinogenov. Afinogenov zipping into the zone. That is an 8. That is a rebound chance. Defense, any player with a defense rating 2 or more. Parise is a 5. He will have that for the Devils. Inside shot for anybody. He will give that to Zajac. Antropov will try to intimidate. Antropov will take the puck away. Antropov for the Thrashers. Passing E. That'll be an outside shot for Bergfors. Bergfors will try to penetrate. Bergfors will penetrate. He's got an inside shot. That's a 9. Save made over to Zajac. Zajac with it for New Jersey. Passing E. That'll be an outside shot for Parise. Parise will try to make a pass. Inside shot for Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner in the slot with it. That's a 10. Save made over to Enstrom. Enstrom. Opponent defense 7. Green will take the puck away. Outside shot only. Green holding that in at the point. That's a 6. Save made right back to Enstrom. Enstrom passing F. That'll be an outside shot for Bergfors. Bergfors will try to penetrate. Bergfors will not get past Green this time. Green will have that for New Jersey. Opponent defense 4. Enstrom will take the puck away for an inside shot. Salvador will try to intimidate. Salvador will intimidate. He'll take the puck away. Salvador for the Devils. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Bergfors. Bergfors zipping into the zone. That's a 10. That's a goalie rating on Brodeur. That's an 11. Save made by Brodeur over to Green. Green with it now for the Devils. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Kubina. Kubina stepping in, holding that in at the point. That's a 5. Save made over to Salvador. Salvador. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Enstrom. Enstrom holding that in at the point. That's an 8. That's another rebound chance. Antropov with that and the rebound. He's in the slot with it. 11. Save made over to Zajac. And we've got a forwards line change. Zubris with it now for New Jersey. Opponent defense 3. Peverly, that'll be an inside shot for Kovalchuk. Right defenseman Kubina will try to intimidate. Kubina will take the puck away. Kubina with it for the Thrashers. He will lose that over to Salvador. Salvador lose the puck. Outside shot only for Enstrom. Enstrom will gain the zone. That's an 8. That is another rebound. Brodeur's third of this overtime. Offense, any player with an offense rating 4. Peverly is a 4. He's in the slot with it. That's a 7. That's a goalie rating on Brodeur. That's a 6. Save made by Brodeur over to Salvador. Arena cheers. Yay! Possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Left wing of the breakaway penetration rating 4. Kovalchuk is. He's got it. He's alone on Hedberg. That's a 7. Goalie rating. 2, 7, and 9 are bad numbers. That's an 8. Save made by Hedberg. Hedberg holds on. He will take the face-off to the right of... We'll take that face-off to the left of Hedberg. Just to show you Hedberg's card. 7 and 9 are both goals, are both straight goals. We found the 8 on the goalie rating, though. So Hedberg will hold on. We will get that face-off to the left of Hedberg. Arena groan, double groans. Kovalchuk going away talking to himself. Face-offs now, +2 to Atlanta. That is a 9. Superior left wing. That'll be up to MacArthur. And a big defensive zone win for the Thrashers. Here we go. Passing F. That'll be an outside shot for Peverly. Peverly will try to make a pass. That'll be an inside shot for MacArthur. MacArthur in the slot with it. That's an 8. That is another rebound chance. Offensive left wing if offense rating 2 or more. MacArthur will follow his own rebound to the net. That's a 7. He will lose that over to Zubris, and we'll have a defenseman line change. Zubris with it for New Jersey. Outside shot only for anybody. They will give that to Kovalchuk. Kovalchuk. That's a 4. Save made by Hedberg over to Bogosian. Bogosian lose the puck. Outside shot only for Mateau. Mateau holding that in at the slot at the point. That's a 12. Save made by Hedberg over to Hainsey. Hainsey. Opponent defense 1. Mateau will take the puck away for an inside shot. Bogosian will try to intimidate. Bogosian will take the puck away. Bogosian for the Thrashers. Losing the puck. Outside shot only for Zubris. Zubris holds that in. That's a 6. He will lose that over to Hainsey. Hainsey. Opponent defense 6. Mateau will take the puck away for an outside shot. Mateau will try to make a pass. Passing J. That'll be an inside shot for Kovalchuk. He's got it in the slot. That's a 5. Save made by Kovalchuk over to Peverly. And we'll have a forwards line change. Reasoner with it for the Thrashers. He will lose that over to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer. Opponent defense 6. Outside shot for Clarkson. Clarkson will try to penetrate. Clarkson will not penetrate. Hainsey will have that. Hainsey. Opponent defense 2. Mateau will take the puck away for an inside shot. Hainsey will try to intimidate. Hainsey will take the puck away. Hainsey for the Thrashers. Opponent defense 5. Mateau will take the puck right back. He'll have an outside shot. He will try to make a pass again. Inside shot for Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer in the slot with it. That's an 8. That's our first rebound on Hedberg. Offensive left wing if offense rating 3 or more. Rolston's a 4. He's got the rebound. That's a 4. Goalie rating on Hedberg. That's a 9. Score! Brian Rolston finally ends it in the first overtime. He will give the Devils the 1-0 victory along with the 2-1 series lead. Arena cheers. Yay! Let's see, that'll be Rolston from Mateau and just Mateau from the looks of it, actually. But at any rate, the New Jersey Devils will get the big goal. They will take this one 1-0, and with it, a 2-1 series lead. Game 4 of this series will be on Saturday morning, where the Devils will have a chance to clinch. Before we get there, though, we will be over at the United Center tomorrow night for Game 3 of the Western Conference Final between the San Jose Sharks and the Chicago Blackhawks. The Sharks lead that series 2-0, and the Clarence S. Campbell Bowl will be in the United Center for San Jose to win it. Tomorrow Saturday afternoon, I should say, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the official Elder Scrolls Cookbook as we make the entree, Companion's Meatball Bake. Sunday morning, the fall campaign will continue in B-17 Flying Fortress Leader by Dan Verson Games. As for Wednesday next week, we are playing Terra Mystica from Fuhrland Spiel. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The New Jersey Devils get the winner in overtime from Brian Rolston to take this game 1-0 and a 2-1 series lead. Once again, take care, and I will see you guys tomorrow.